Oh baby girl, say what up, so you are the corner, baby, oh damn, the way you move that 10 with caution.
En direct sur la Hip Hop Soul Radio, merci de nous avoir choisis. On est parti pour le Top Africa. Je vous rappelle que c'est le classement des meilleurs sons afro du moment. Et aussi dans cette émission, on reçoit des artistes qui viennent justement nous parler de notre musique, nos gars sûrs en fait. Ça. Et là aujourd'hui, on a monsieur LAX. It's good?
Yes, LAX.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
Ah!
I'm trying. That's the only thing I know. Don't ask me.
En tout cas, on va parler avec notre invité.
Exactement.
On va essayer d'en savoir un peu plus sur lui, sur comment ça s'est passé un petit peu sa vie, comment il est arrivé ici dans nos studios, parce que voilà, aujourd'hui, c'est un plaisir de l'avoir. Et justement, pour commencer, j'aimerais bien savoir où il a grandi.
Yes.
Un petit peu, est-ce qu'il a des frères et sœurs?
I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria. Mm-hmm. And that's where I grew up. It's crazy, right? Crazy big family, like so big. Used to live with my grandma when I was growing up, so you know how big that is. But yeah.
Et du coup, il a été éduqué par sa grand-mère, si j'ai bien tout compris.
Yeah, I'll say that. My grandmother was always, she was the foundation. So that's where I grew up. I used to go to my primary school. Yes. That's like my elementary school. Was like 5 minutes away from my house. So.
Est-ce que justement sa grand-mère, elle a pu l'aider à développer sa passion pour la musique?
I would say a bit,
yeah,
because we're Muslims, and she used to make sure that I call for prayer every time. So that helped with, me. That was like the first experience I had with, stressing my voice or using my voice to do something. So.
Ça a commencé par là et justement sa grand-mère, ça a eu un grand impact dans sa vie. Est-ce qu'elle a pu lui donner des conseils qui aujourd'hui lui servent encore?
Yeah, I'll say she's always big on saving money. And
ça c'est un bon conseil.
C'est good advice.
Yeah,
good advice.
And she's always saying that the money you have is yours. So don't look at the money that other people have. So make sure you make yours.
Okay.
So I've lived by that for.
Et justement, est-ce que son rapport à la musique, quand exactement il a eu ce rapport avec la musique, quand il a pu lui-même expérimenter la musique autre part que dans le côté religieux?
Yeah, I would say late, but some people say it's not late. So I was 14.
Okay.
14, 15 when I used to go to the studio with my friends. Mm-hmm. And I never used to record until like one day I just went into the studio and I was feeling good and I just tried something and it sounded nice. And from then, like, I've always,
Et quand il était petit, est-ce qu'il avait des morceaux qu'il écoutait? Est-ce qu'il y avait des artistes qui étaient pour lui la base et qui peut-être l'ont influencé aussi dans sa musique?
So I used to listen to a lot of traditional music.
Okay.
So like in Nigeria back home, Fuji music, a lot of high life music as well. So that I would say that shaped my young LAX. And again, like when I go to my mom, so my mom's sister, she's a very like hip person, like she's out there.
She's a cool auntie, right?
Cool auntie.
Yeah.
So at the time, she used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, Usher. So anytime we're trying to listen to like what is going on, like in the I'll say Western world, then we go to my mom's sister's house. She has all the CDs and everything. So that too, I used to listen to that a lot. Yeah. So she was listening to Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, Usher, all that type of music.
Est-ce que déjà à cette époque, il avait un artiste qu'il aimait plus qu'un autre, vu qu'il a pu expérimenter plusieurs? Est-ce qu'il y avait des CD qu'il écoutait tout le temps parce qu'il trouvait que c'était la base?
On repeat, I'll say 2 albums, and these are from like Nigerian artists. Mm-hmm. So one they call his first album I was listening to it back to back. Then I'll say Wizkid Superstar as well.
Okay.
His first album, so those were key music that shaped me as well as an artist.
Et lui, du coup, on retourne dans son parcours de vie.
Yes.
Il a 14 ans, il est en train de faire du son avec ses potes. Mais je pense qu'on a tous été un peu comme ça. On est entre amis, on fait un petit peu les foufous. Yes. Et quand pour lui, il s'est dit que c'était peut-être devenu professionnel ou que c'était un peu plus sérieux que ses amis autour, ou comment il s'est rendu compte que lui, c'était peut-être sa vocation?
So I would say it wasn't in the studio that I knew that I was going to. But I was going to the studio because at first, like I said, I wasn't singing. Mm-hmm. I was just going to the studio because I went once and I liked the fact that you can create something out of nothing. So it starts with like a plain beat.
Right.
And before the end of the day, you have a song.
Yes.
So it was amazing to me. I was like, man, I need to do this. So then at the point where I knew that I was going to do music was when I went to university and I was studying. But I was always finding myself in studios everywhere. Like everyone knew me. I was going to studios in Birmingham, Manchester, London. And it just felt like this is like my life and this is what I wanted to do. So for my undergrad, I went to Salford University in Manchester.
Okay.
And for my master's, Manchester University.
Attends, on va faire une pause.
Yes.
Comment du Nigeria, il est parti en Angleterre?
Yeah,
Comment ça s'est passé?
I didn't actually want to go. So I wanted to stay back in Nigeria actually to do like my university.
Yes.
Because at the point I already was going to studio. So I didn't want to leave that and I was in a group. But my dad and my sister already went to university in London.
Yeah.
My elder brother as well. So my dad didn't want me to stay as well. So he was like, you have to go. And I feel like that's the best decision I made because when I got there, I was independent.
Right.
I was more open to, doing things myself. And it shaped me to like be like someone that can stand for himself.
And then it's crazy, the vibe, the people.
Yeah.
It's just...
So you should move to London.
Yes, so I can speak in English. It's good. Mais du coup, il faisait quoi comme études? En fait, il a suivi son parcours classique, on va dire ça comme ça. Ensuite, il a forcément décidé ce qu'il voulait faire en tant que plus grand, en tant qu'adulte.
Yeah, yeah.
Et je sais que derrière, enfin, en lui, il y avait la musique. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il a fait du coup de son chemin classique?
Yeah, so sorry. For my undergrad, I did business and psychology. So it was like a joint course.
Like a double course, yeah?
Double course.
Yeah.
And then for my master's, I did innovation management. So it's like business and engineering together as
That's
well.
fantastic.
So two joint courses.
Mais s'il n'avait pas été attiré par la musique, il aurait fini par faire quoi comme boulot?
Yeah, I think I'll be a footballer. I'll be like the best. Number 9.
You will be
the best. I'll be scoring goals every day.
Best than Mbappé?
Mbappé.
Be careful. You're in Paris, so
Don't worry.
you're in Paris.
Mbappé will learn from me, trust me. I know I love Mbappé, but he knows. If he sees me play, you know that. You can tell him, Mbappé, if you are listening,
Okay.
hit me up. Let's go.
Ouais, bah oui, il faut faire un match là.
Il faut faire un match, hein.
I'll bring my team from Nigeria.
Okay.
Il a fait du foot dans sa vie ou...
Yeah.
Okay.
I play football. I play football for my university as well. I actually played basketball and football for my university.
Okay.
Then, and I started playing football late actually. Because when I was in secondary school, they didn't let me play.
Why?
Because I was a fat child.
Oh.
So then I went to the gym.
You got right.
And I said, let's go.
Du coup, on en revient à la musique quand même. Et forcément, on est en France, s'il aime le foot, les gens ils vont l'aimer directement.
Yeah, I know. I see, yesterday I was in the city and I saw people queuing for the PSG jersey. It's crazy.
Yeah.
C'est complètement fou. En tout cas, on en revient à la musique. Et dans son parcours musical, donc il est allé à l'université. À l'université, et du coup, il a fait ses études.
Yes.
À la fin de ses études, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Il a pris la décision de...
Yeah.
I feel like, first of all, okay, let me say like my undergrad, I like education, but I don't feel like school is like the ultimate, like if you know what you want to do, just go for it. Because sometimes school delays like whatever it is. But I feel like for my undergrad, I did it for my parents because I wanted them to just, like African parents, they need you to go to school. So I'm like, okay, see, I want to do music, but I'm doing this for you. So I did that for them. But my master's, when I started, then it became important to me because I learned so much. And like I always tell people, all my years going to school, masters of 1 year was like the greatest point because that was when I learned. Because when I was going to school before, it was just exam is coming, I cram and I write it, and once I'm done, I forget.
Yeah.
Comme tout le monde.
Comme tout le monde. Yeah.
But the masters was practical. It was amazing. So I feel like then I was proud that I did that. So, but I already knew that I was going to do music, regardless of anything. So at first, I didn't want to do it. So for every point, let's say, before I finished undergrad, I told my parents, I want to do music, I want to focus, because at the time I had a big song in Nigeria, and
Ouais.
everyone was going crazy, but I was in school. So I'm like, shit, I need to leave school and do this. But they didn't let me. So I finished that. After my undergrad, I'm like, okay, I'm done now. Take the certificate. I need to focus on music. Like, no, you have to do your master's. So at the point when I said I was going to do my master's, I still didn't want to do it.
Ouais.
Ah.
But when I started, then it became, okay, it makes sense to do it. And it was amazing that I did.
Et en faisant ce qu'il voulait, il est tombé
Exactement.
amoureux de la musique parce qu'il avait
Exactement.
déjà des morceaux qui étaient très forts au Nigeria.
Because even after like the first big song, that was my undergrad. Then the second big song came when I was doing my master's as well.
Ok.
Est-ce qu'à cette époque-là, quand il a vécu tout ça, ses parents étaient au courant?
Do
Est-ce que ses parents, je sais pas, ils ont pas écouté la radio et bam, c'est leur
Yeah.
fils
My dad didn't know. My mom knew that I was going to the studio, but she just thought I was going with my friends.
Ok.
She didn't know that I was singing. So, but when I'm in the car actually with my mom, and maybe I'm driving or she's driving, I just play the music and I ask her, "What do you think about this? Does it sound nice?" But she didn't know that it was me that
No.
was singing.
Elle était pas en classe, sa maman.
And she would say, "It's okay. I don't know. It's fine."
Yeah.
So I was using that for actually,
Yeah.
because I feel like once the older people like it, then like you already have like a specific type of people. So
That's it, right?
to get the young people is easy, and that means that the whole world would like it.
Quand sa mère elle s'est rendue compte que c'était lui en fait alors?
I think I would say I started telling her like that's
Okay.
my song,
Oui.
and she was at first skeptical, but later she started keen into it because she knows that I'm a good person, I'm a good son, I do everything that I'm supposed to do, and music was just like my passion. So she started supporting me. So she was the first person I told before my dad.
C'est le dernier?
No, I'm second,
Ok. Et c'est une grande sœur qu'il a en premier ou pas du tout?
younger sister.
Moi j'aurais pensé qu'il était dernier.
Pourquoi?
Parce que du coup, les premiers on les laisse pas faire ce qu'ils veulent. C'est eux qui souffrent. Moi je suis dernière, je sais que j'ai pu faire ce que je voulais.
Yes.
Mais sinon tes parents ils ont souvent un plan, ils veulent que tu fasses ci, que tu
Yeah.
fasses ça. Et ben tu vois par exemple avec l'école, ils l'ont dit, tu t'es obligé de faire ça.
I agree with that.
Okay.
But I feel like for me, I already knew what I wanted to do. So I made sure that I did what they wanted. So as long as I'm doing what they want, I'm telling them, see, I'm doing this. Let me do my own thing too. So, and I feel like to them, they felt like after masters, after this, I'll say
Ok.
no music.
Yeah.
But they were wrong.
On va sauter beaucoup dans le temps. On va sauter beaucoup dans le temps parce qu'on va arriver à son premier album. Là, c'est la première fois que ça a été, on va pas dire sérieux, mais vraiment professionnel. Et comment il a construit cet album?
I'll say my first album was special to me, but it wasn't, I don't know how to say this, but it wasn't, it's not my favorite.
Après, c'est normal. Je pense que quand tu grandis, t'as forcément, la première fois que t'as fait quelque chose, tu te rends compte après que c'était pas la meilleure.
Yeah, no, for me, like, I feel the reason why I'll say it's not my favorite because at the point, I just wanted to drop an album just because everyone was saying drop an album. It wasn't what I wanted to do at the time. So all the songs on the album were just like songs that I had and I put it together and I dropped it. But for like subsequent album, like the second and this one, I was intentional about it. Like I knew I was recording an album. I was working towards it. So that's why it's not like the songs on the first one were not good, but I was still finding my sound. But by the second album, I already knew how I wanted to sound, type of music I wanted to make. And that's why I like.
Il a dit aussi qu'il a pu trouver son son. Comment lui il sonne. C'est...
Yeah, so this is the thing. When I started music, like when I knew that this is what I wanted to, I had a vision in my head and I wanted to sound a certain way. So I got into the industry. I was signed by Whiskey. Now it became commercial. Like you have to make hit songs. At the point where I was recording at that time, I was just recording to make hit songs. Then I moved to actually wanting to be myself, like the original mindset I brought into the industry. Make sweet music, feel good music. And at the point I tapped back into that, then I became fulfilled. Like this is what I want to, type of music I want to drop.
En tout cas, il a su progresser. Moi, je trouve qu'il a beaucoup progressé à travers ses albums, notamment son dernier. Là, je pense qu'on on approche, je pense, à un niveau international. Est-ce qu'il a vu son évolution comme ça entre ses albums? Est-ce qu'il a senti à chaque fois qu'il montait des steps, en fait?
Yeah.
I'll say, like, for me, I like to grow. I like to see growth even in the next person.
Mhm.
So if I see someone today and I see you like next year, I want to congratulate you on that. I see what you've done. I see that you've come this far. So for me too, I always look at my growth. Like I look at like last month, last year, and I'm excited that there's growth. And I feel like the reason why there's growth is because I'm conscious about it. Like I know that I want to grow.
It's intentional,
It's
right?
intentional. So
Yeah.
for every move I make is like I have to make a bigger one or
Okay.
a better one. Or even with songs, like I have to sing a better one. The melodies, I have to make sure the melodies are better than the last one. I have to listen to what people are dropping and see how I can tap into that and make it better as
Yes.
well. So.
Et qu'est-ce qu'il a ressenti justement quand, tu vois, en France,
Yeah.
c'est son morceau Sampé. Je pense qu'il a tout changé. Pour nous, pour le public français qui n'écoute pas d'afro, bien évidemment. Parce que nous, on le connaît depuis avant. Qu'est-ce que pour lui, ça a changé? Au niveau, peut-être, pour lui, enfin, simplement dans son cœur.
Yeah.
Et aussi au niveau international, est-ce qu'il a senti l'engouement? Il y a eu des challenges TikTok dessus, il y a eu des vidéos Instagram.
Le morceau qui a vraiment marqué le changement.
Ouais,
pour lui.
du coup, Sampé.
Yeah, someone asked me this today, and I said that for every big song I've had, I never feel it.
Why though?
I don't know, because I never even know. And that's because maybe I'm working too much and I'm not focused on that, which might be a good thing. But again, like I don't experience like the feeling. So let's say the first big song I had, I was in university. I didn't even know what was happening back home. Second big song, I was in masters. I didn't know what was happening. I had another very big song, Runaway. I didn't even know what was happening until like months after. So for Sempe, the only good thing about Sempe is, or the good thing, let me not say the only good thing. The good thing is I can travel now and see the world and see how people are experiencing it. So you know how you might be so big somewhere, but you've never even been there. And I feel like there are even a lot of artists in maybe Africa or in another country that don't know how big they are in
This is so true.
in another country. So for me, like Sempe was big everywhere and I didn't even know until I started going on tour and seeing people singing.
When the bookings started to come in.
Yeah. And even the bookings, like it wasn't as if it was like bookings, like I orchestrated it in the sense that I had like a promoter that took me there and that's when I saw it. So it wasn't as if I knew what was going on. I focus on the next thing. I don't dwell with what's happening now. But I feel like I might look back in future and say, oh, I've done this for myself. But for now, like I feel the more you dwell in it, then maybe you get relaxed or you feel like you've made it when you still need to, you know.
C'est une bonne philosophie. Comme ça, il n'a pas de pression. Je fais juste de la musique, je fais ce que j'aime.
Sometimes I don't even. So if you ask me, maybe my favorite song now, everyone will expect me to say Sempe, but I say something different because that's how I feel. So my favorite song changes from the time I record it. So if I record a song today, that's my favorite song. So every time I have a new song, I'm so into that song and I keep listening. So my favorite songs are always what I just recorded.
If your favorite song was a person or a personality, what would it be like? Like describe that.
It will be very sexy,
Okay.
very beautiful. It will be a woman first.
Why?
Because I feel like women need to be appreciated more. And I feel like I draw a lot of inspiration from women.
Okay.
So from even my mom,
Yes.
because my mom is she's very soft. She needs you to always check on her, be there, make sure she's good. Like if I don't call my mom in 2 days, she's like, hello, you have another mother, right?
It's like every mother do this.
So it's like, I feel like I tap so much inspiration from women and I feel like that's, my music will be very, very sexy.
On va continuer, on va parler un petit peu de ce que ce qu'il fait en show. Parce que j'ai vu des shows incroyables.
Yeah, I'm actually a different person. I think I have an alter ego for recording like when I'm in the studio and when I'm on stage. And I think that is the same person.
Parce que là, par exemple, on voit un gars calme.
No stress.
Mais en show, c'est un monstre.
I think my alter ego is Zaza. Yeah.
Everyone is called you Zaza.
Yes,
Why?
everyone calls me Zaza. I don't even know how we started. Okay, so I know how it started, but I don't know how everyone actually calls me Zaza. So I have a friend, his name is Dapo Tubona. Every time he sees me, maybe I'm on stage and I come, so I always mostly see him backstage and he will tell me, Zaza. And I'll be like, come, why are you always calling me Zaza? It's like, bro, you just have like a general, like, once you're on stage, it's like you're strong.
C'est ça.
Yeah, so
It's exactly what I see on you on stage.
yeah, so
You are...
like on stage is crazy for me, and I feel like that's so when I'm recording and when I'm on stage, that's like my most peaceful time with myself. Like I can be recording now, and if you're here, you're looking like, is this the person that I was talking to before?
Really?
No.
You'll be like, no, because I'm different. Like I go into like a special spirituality when I'm on stage and when I'm recording. So that's why the alter ego is Zaza.
Est-ce qu'il a déjà expérimenté le public français?
Yes. I came out for Whiskey. I was at the show. Everyone was there. I saw pop bar. I saw footballers. It was a crazy audience. French audience, out of everywhere I've been performing, is where I see the most black people.
Yeah.
So for the French audience that day, because I was coming from like performing everywhere and it was just like the white crowd, but I'll see like 2-3 black. So I came to France and it was crazy. It was like Afrobeat was already crazy there. So it was a good audience, very, very good. When I came in, it was special because I didn't even know that they knew me in France. At the time, I didn't have Sempe. So it was even my other songs.
Ouais, mais il a quand même beaucoup de hits avant Sampé, hein.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, once you're in your country, you don't know what's happening everywhere else.
Est-ce qu'il prévoit un show en France, là, dans pas longtemps?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I've done like 25 shows in 2 months. I'll say 8 in Germany and went everywhere, Luxembourg, Denmark. And I was always telling my tour manager, we need to go to France.
Yeah, bah oui, quand même.
Yeah.
But I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like the reason why I haven't done it now is because I'm going to do it bigger. Once it's ready and it's right, by God's grace, we'll do it.
Et on va terminer en parlant un petit peu de la France. Enfin, ça fait combien de fois qu'il est venu à Paris, en France aussi?
This is my second time.
Et quand il était du coup à Londres, il n'est pas venu à Paris.
I know, but I've gone. So I always go places that I have something to do. Like for France is somewhere that I've always wanted to come. Because even when I was in London, I had a producer that works with a lot of French artists.
Yes.
So I have a song with Virgil Dream.
Oh, good.
I did a song with Daju like 2018.
Okay.
That it didn't come out, but it was a good experience, you know, to have him on a song. So France is like somewhere that I really want to tap into, but I never just had the chance to come. But now that it's opened for me now, then you'll be seeing me a lot. That's even for like everywhere too. Like once you connect with the culture, then it becomes easy. Like for me, like Amsterdam, I went to Amsterdam and I didn't know anybody, but it was my biggest market. So I met one person, and the one person I met now changed my life. Now I go to Amsterdam every time.
Amazing.
Because I know someone there. And that's for like Barcelona too and other places. So for French, for France now, I know you guys, I know everyone.
You know Ornella now?
Yes. I know Nella,
Yeah.
I know you too. So now like I'll be more open to, you know, come because I know I have people here now.
Est-ce que à Paris ou en France ou quand il est venu, est-ce qu'il y a un truc qui l'a marqué?
The first time we came like a tourist. So I was walking the street. We went to the place where you lock
Yeah.
the key thing. We went to the Eiffel Towers. We went to this pyramid place. So it was cool for us. But the only thing that we said, because it was me and 3 of my friends, was that France or Paris on TV looks how do I put it?
Amazing.
Yeah. But now we came and we're seeing some things on the street.
Like what?
Like everywhere.
It's not beautiful.
It's not as beautiful as we thought. This second time is beautiful. because the first time I think the hotel we stayed was a side that you don't want to go.
There's been growth.
But now this side is cool, is nice. The people I've met now is nice. So yeah, I think there are two sides of everywhere.
Est-ce qu'il a mangé un petit peu des plats français?
Tell me some French food, so I know, because I know that I eat French food. But tell me,
Un croissant?
I love croissant. Like even without coming here, that's
Et est-ce qu'il a regardé un petit peu le paysage français au niveau de la musique? Est-ce qu'il y a des choses qu'il aime bien? Est-ce qu'il y a des gens avec qui peut-être il voudrait collaborer?
yeah. I listen to Vega Dream. I like the Mbappe song.
Okay.
That's a very
Ramenez la coupe à la
That's
maison.
I heard the song
Allez les bleus, allez.
in Germany, and people were going crazy
Yeah,
for it. So I Shazammed it. Then
Okay.
I knew it was Vega Dream, and we already have a song together. I like Daju very well.
Ah, super.
A lot. I love his voice. It's
Oh,
Taiki is
Taiki.
Taiki is
Voilà.
amazing.
Taiki.
MHD. Yeah. So I like a lot. I think French is a very sexual, sexy music. So everything sounds sweet.
Can you say je t'aime?
Je t'aime. That's I love you or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your next song, you can call.
I do.
Je
Then I'll
t'aime.
put your name too.
Oh my god! I can breathe.
Oh là là.
En tout cas, c'était un plaisir de l'avoir avec nous.
Yeah, I'm excited. Great conversation.
Maintenant que je sais qu'il est bon au foot,
Yes.
bah écoute, j'espère qu'il va faire une grande carrière.
I'm too old for that, but that one I'm not moving. I'm playing Mbappe, but I can play maybe 2 seasons, make like $1 million. Then I end the career. What do you think? I need to tell my manager no music for 2 years. Let me focus on PSG.
On va finir, mais je suis obligée de demander, forcément on a parlé de foot, c'est qui son joueur préféré?
Ronaldo, man.
The
If I
great.
see Ronaldo here now, the interview is done.
Really?
I'm going for him. Like I'm holding him, bro. I love Ronaldo, man. I think he's done so much, and some people don't understand that now. Until later, message me, Ronaldo. DM me.
Yes.
En tout cas, j'espère qu'il pourra rencontrer un jour Ronaldo dans sa vie.
Yeah.
Please,
You know?
God,
Yeah.
you see my heart. I need to meet this guy.
I mean.
Guess what? Ronaldo played in Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Manchester. I went to the game once, but I don't know. Like, I like TV more than the stadium.
Ouais, je comprends.
Okay.
So I had a problem with going to the stadium because I thought the stadium was like
C'est
if
trop.
the players look very small. Then if they're about to score, everyone is standing up,
C'est ça.
sitting down.
C'est ça. It's a lot of energy, right?
I don't have that.
No.
Mbappe, don't worry about Ronaldo. Let me see Ronaldo first.
En tout cas, merci à lui et puis surtout, bah, on se retrouvera bientôt.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Génération Hip Hop Soul Radio.